Welcome to Talking Business. I'm your host, Darcey Edwards with Queen Bee Leadership Training. Talking Business is just that. We are talking business with business leaders, leaders in the community, and those who change their communities with entrepreneurship. This podcast is presented by Xpose Hope as a thank you to the business community. Catch us on all the platforms. Find us, follow us, and review us. Hi, welcome to Talking Business. I'm Darcey Edwards, and today we have a treat. We are at Hawthrone Farms, or like I like to call it, HF. It's a Hillsboro known community, and I'm with the owner, Heidi Sivers Boyce. She has been here. This was a family started empire. I call it an empire. I love it. I'm right across the street, so I get to see the parking lot, and I actually watched it be built from years ago, right around the corner. And so why don't you just take us lightly into how HF came to be?
Yeah.
I just love calling it HF. They're like, what do you mean? I go, Hawthorne Farms.
Oh, yeah. So, Hawthorne Farm Athletic Club we're a three-generation family business rooted in commercial real estate and development. And so in generation 2, my dad took his passion for sports and athletic clubs and got into athletic-related development, and through some connections that meant creating Hawthorne Farm Athletic Club out here in Hillsboro. And originally it was a part of a large-scale development plan. So Hawthorne Farm was what was going to be one of up to 30 locations of sort of an athletic club corporation, and we had partners who were doing the operational piece of that. And then just through time and some things that tragedy back around 2001 in our partners, we ended up taking on the operations ourselves. So from 2000 to 2012, we built up an athletic club organization that was multi-location, and really developed that to a point where it was needed to be a part of a group that really had a big growth mindset nationally and really wanted to run sort of a corporate empire in the athletic club industry, which was not our family business. We're very much about connection and rooting here in the region, and real estate business can be very different than health club operations. So at that time we sold, and unfortunately we sold all our operations, but maintained the real estate here. We just really love the Hillsboro community. We think Hillsboro is a pretty neat and special place in a lot of ways. Unfortunately, the new owners didn't work out at all of their locations, so they ended up having a hard time. And by early 2015, as the landlord and owner of this building, we found ourselves without a tenant and had to decide what to do next. And it seemed pretty clear to us at that time that what we wanted to do was come back as just an independent, single location, very locally rooted in this community, and rebuild that. So that's what we've been doing since 2015. And then it's been quite a journey, lots of learning to do.
Absolutely.
Including the last couple years.
Yeah. Well, and that's kind of in business in general, right?
Right.
There's things that come up that you're like, okay, the person who's supposed to take care of it's not. So what do? We pop in there because we have this community that, has been generous in the past and is sticking with us. So then welcome this new, virus, corona, new thing. And that closed you down.
Right.
And so going from that, I guess you build tragedy upon tragedy, right? You learn.
Right.
And so from that, really quick, what are some things that you were like, this is what we're standing on in the middle of this tragedy?
Right. I think a couple of things. One thing I hear little things. We never actually shut down. And I try and say that because what we did at the very beginning, when we first started hearing about coronavirus, and that it was making people scared to come into this building to work out, especially a lot of our mature adults or our people with health conditions, is we just thought, what can we do to stay connected? Because we're not building. We're a relationship. We're a community. And we're a community that works really hard on creating a healthy, safe space where people feel like they belong, and then they can work on whatever they need to be healthy. So we just stayed anchored in that. And as early as possible, we just started getting what we do online. We started streaming workouts on social media. We started finding ways to connect with people on WhatsApp or FaceTime, or send them home with homework and work on a new hybrid business model. But there's a lot of, in our industry, there's a lot of technology coming in that can kind of replace personal relationship with technology, whether it's you know, doing your workout with somebody on YouTube or whatever. And we always want to do technology or pieces of business that keep us connected and in community with our members, the real relationship. So you're not working out with just anyone on YouTube, but you're still working out with your favorite instructor that you can see when you can get back into Hawthorne Farm, or that you can text and ask a question or see your community there. So by really leaning into those, our values of safety and relationship and community, we were able to kind of use that as a touchstone that carried us through the hard times and kept us connected to our members.
Absolutely.
Kept the business going.
Like I was saying, my office is across the street.
Yeah.
So guilt plays a heavy role in my life. As I'm watching the person on the side have their class outside. Right. I'm like, oh man.
Under a tent in the snow.
Yes, they did. And
bundled in 3 layers.
But you know what? That's happens in business, right? You have to I have to bundle in 3 things to make this work today.
Right.
Looking forward, what are you're taking some of those fundamentals into the future of like the safety. I know you have a background in neuroscience, am I correct?
Yes.
PhD?
Yes.
PhD. And so you discovered, or I guess it was made aware to you, that we're all in trauma as we're walking around, and how what your business does actually can help people with the trauma that we're dealing with. Expand on that, like your knowledge of the health and how that's so important to bring that. You're bringing a slight form of therapy to people, but it's in a really beautiful location. And you know, and this summer I know that pool's going to be open. It's pretty fun. It's awesome.
Right. Well, I think anything we can do in the fitness industry to help people feel connected to their body and their wellness in a way that feels good to them. So yes, my background is in stress research and trauma, and the way that can impact us. And I've had very much a personal journey learning about my own health and wellness, being a part of that health club. So I'm different than your typical person in this fitness industry, because I have never been a comfortable avid gym goer just because I get up in the morning and I can't wait to go run.
Okay, so now you're my best friend, because I don't either.
Yes.
And I do love the camaraderie of walking around and, you know, and seeing people I know and saying hi, especially in the summer. I use your pool every summer just to get the rays and just to say hi to people and so forth. So maybe walk us through some of the things that you're doing, because not everybody is a gym rat, right? Not everybody loves to come and work out. How are you modifying that for us people who are?
I think our Hawthorne Farm Athletic Club, we really do try and specialize in being a welcoming space for everybody. So it starts with community. We like to celebrate successes a lot. We like to help. We have a really cool program called the New Member Journey that starts when you join the club. We start with helping you set up a small goal, and then we stay in touch with you to develop that relationship and see if you were able to achieve that, and what can we do to help get you connected to the things that inspire and motivate you. So if I were talking to you, I'd probably be like, Darcey, sounds like you love that swimming pool and you love community. So let's look at all the options here and see what can we do that feels really good and exciting to you to help you stay healthy, connected to your body, achieve some of the fitness goals that you've set out for yourself. And if that's just coming out and laying by the pool 3 times a week for a period of time, then that's awesome, because that's a start, and that's keeping you in community, where maybe next time you're hanging out by the pool and you're going to see that person swimming laps, or you're going to see that class going on. You're going to go, oh, that looks kind of fun. Maybe I'll try that.
Right.
And it just, it keeps you connected to an environment that's going to encourage you to be healthy and explore and find what works for you.
Right. And I do, like I said, I've been a member on and off forever.
Yeah.
And I do notice that you have an amazing community of, I call them the elders, right?
Yes.
The elders that are just really super sweet, and they just come, they're so consistent, and they're kind of like you were saying, a touchstone. You're like, okay, well, if I can do that, you know, when I'm their age, they're very motivational, even though they don't even probably have any idea that anybody's watching them.
I think, you know, in our community, we focus on the full lifespan perspective a lot. And I get very personally motivated by that as a generational business.
Right.
My father, myself, and my children all use this club, have all worked in this club. My kids have been camp counselors. My 9-year-old loves to think he's working at the front desk.
Right. That's awesome.
And you know, so we've all come in here and used it together. And I'm super passionate about how can we get kids interested and identified in being physically active and being a part of a healthy community like this. And we love our mature adults here. I have to tell you, when you say, how do you stick through hard times? In business, sometimes you just have to find your cheering squad.
Yeah,
and
that's great. I love
our mature adult community here on a whole, a lot of the people who, they're retired, so they have the time to maybe be here every day. They have challenges, or maybe sometimes staying active is something they feel very motivated to do for function and quality of life. So they're very passionate about what they're doing, and they're super inspirational. So we absolutely love our mature adult community here. They've been amazing, big supporters, big sources of inspiration, and the kids and the parents too.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to go back to the thing where you said, and maybe call this out. I do little tips and tricks like throughout. I'm like, pay attention to what she just said.
Yeah.
She said something that was very valuable. Find your cheering squad, because a lot of times in business, especially if you're head down, trying to figure out what to do this week because we have whatever going on, is finding those people and kind of checking in with them that cheer you along the way. Everyone needs that in every type of business, and having that ability to do that. What are some fun, cool things that we can think of that's coming up in the summer that we can do here that's going to be new?
Yeah.
What's exciting?
I mean, why wait till summer? We got fun, exciting stuff going on
I know, I'm a pool girl though. But, so I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
I mean, we have there's always something new and exciting going on here, really. We do special events. We just had a great open house weekend with a Zumba-thon and Les Mills launches, which are these choreographed classes, and the Easter Bunny came and did an egg hunt in the pool with the kids and parents. So in July, we'll do a bunch of those big events too, so sort of a Zumba dance party and the big barbecues and social events. We do have a family open house coming up May 4th that will include like the bounce house and bubbles. Barley from the Hops is coming by. We're the official athletic club of the Hillsboro Hops. Again, community relationship. They're pretty special the way they really are tied to the Hillsboro community too.
Absolutely.
So that'll be a barbecue. We welcome families. We'd love to tell you about our summer camps, our aquatics programs for kids, and some other things going on. For the adults, I mean, just any time we have an amazing array of fitness classes, of things like the steam or the sauna or the pool, which I don't want to actually breeze by those things. And back to the leadership thing you were saying too. One of the things I've become super passionate about through the pandemic is how important it is for we as business leaders to take good care of ourselves and fill our own cups, to make sure we're giving ourselves space to just breathe or just rest or just soak and float in a pool or sweat in a steam room or whatever it is, and connect with friends and connect with community and move our bodies to get rid of some of that stress that we're carrying, that weight that we're carrying in healthy ways.
Literally weight, because we call it the COVID-19 or whatever first, but for that reason.
Right.
Well, and you have teleservice too. So, I mean, I'm one of those people, I like to have things.
The little details taken care of for you. Yes, to be cared for.
To be cared for.
Yeah.
And it's a luxury, but it's also a need. And to get through these times, that we have those availabilities to do those little things that make us feel special and like we've been pampered a little bit.
And our team here, the whole team, I think, really tries to do that. That's where we work hard on forming relationship with our members. The front desk is amazing at learning everybody's names, saying hello and goodbye, and we call our members a lot, email people a lot. Sometimes we have people say, that's enough, thanks. But what the reason I tell my team, don't worry about it, that's fine. We just want to let people know that we're here and you're welcome here, and we care whether or not you show up. We care whether or not you're doing well, and if there's something we can do or provide or get you connected with to help you find what works for you, we love to be that relationship and health for you. So it is sometimes just those little things of that somebody knows your name when you come in, or notices if you haven't been here in a while. Where you been, Darcey? We'd love to see you.
Oh my gosh. So one of my I tell this story all the time. My favorite memories of HF is I would be upstairs. I'm like, I can never say it right. The elliptical machine. Elliptical. But the wafting of the brownies, and they're like, and I go, it's phenomenal. Because if you work out, you can get the brownie.
You can earn yourself, well, we don't like, I know. You can have a little treat. It's all about balance. You don't need to earn a treat. You can just have it if you need it. And also, it's great motivation sometimes.
And it smells amazing. I was like, oh my gosh, it smells so good in here.
So we are currently pretty limited on the food and service that we have because of the pandemic and all the conditions around supply issues and staffing and all that kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
Which we've really focused on doing what we can do when we can do it super well. Again, business tip, like we've really honed in on what can we do really well here and maybe been leaner on the things where if we tried to do it, we couldn't do it consistently or we couldn't do it to our standard of excellence. But with this expansion coming ahead, all those things will be coming back or growing or expanding, and we're super excited about that.
Well, I am very excited. I love that you're here.
Thank you.
I have the privilege of being able to watch throughout the years, just all the different things, and thank you for being here and sticking with it, Hillsboro.
Well, honestly, we talk about our cheering squad, the Hillsboro Chamber, and you personally, and all the work you do in the business community, Betty as well. You guys are spectacular, and you really have felt a part of that cheering squad, and that's something really special here about the Hillsboro business community and Washington County is how much the people support one another.
Yeah.
So thank you.
We do. We love each other.
Yeah.
Thank you, Heidi.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hi, I'm Betty Kimball with Xpose Hope. Thanks for listening to Talking Business. Let's talk about the sex industry business and men in the industry. We actually just helped a young man leave the industry who had come and all he wanted to do was help pay for his education as a massage therapist. But that led to parties, which led to addiction, and he had to send his children to his parents several states away. We helped him reunite with his children, get addictions help, and get his degree. He is now a massage therapist in another state, reunited with his kids. Help us help people like that by donating at xposehope.com/donate.
Thank you for listening to Talking Business, brought to you by Xpose Hope. We can be found on all of your favorite podcast platforms, YouTube, iTunes, all of them. Also, be sure to like us, share us, and leave a comment. Who do you want to hear from? We want to know.